What is up, guys? Welcome back to Shitty Car Mods. Uh, if you don't know what this is, it's a Reddit page where people do silly things to their cars, and we get to look at them and judge how silly they are. Um, so, first one that catches my eye is "This ruined my day." So we're gonna check this out. Let's see how bad it is. Let's see what it. Oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah, that is. Jesus Christ! What the fuck did you do down here? Like, this is kinda iffy. I mean, it's not super bad. If it's actually function. Wait, no, I take that back. That's fucking horrible. Look how far out this fender flare goes, and you don't even have the wheel to match that. Like, if you're gonna bring your fender flares out, that's fine. I actually like cars that have a wide stance with the fender flares. I like that. But if you're gonna do that, you have to have the wide tires to go with it. You don't bring your fender flares out and then keep the stock tires. It's just, that right there is horrible. If this little air, I believe it's, if this little air scoop intake, whatever you want to call it, actually is functional and it's not just aesthetic, then that's acceptable. But this, if you're gonna do that, you gotta get the wide tires. It just, and I don't even know what the fuck is going on here. Like, this is just, I mean, the spoiler's okay. The spoiler's okay. The rest of this, it's, I'm trying to be nice, but I wish I could zoom in to see what that actually is. I wish I could, is there a way for me to enlarge the photo? On. On, I want to see. Now all the owner has to do is paint it. Yeah, it's not even painted. That's just straight up primer. Um, yeah, it's pretty bad. We're starting this one off right. This is pretty bad. I don't know what these are though. That's not a radiator. I don't know what that is. But whatever it is, it does not look good. Whatever it is, it does not look good. You don't even have a grill. You just have whatever the fuck this thing is. And again, it really bothers me to see this fender flare out and not having a wide tire underneath it. Like, that really bothers me. I don't know why, but it does. Anyway, it's pretty bad. It's not the worst car I've ever seen, but it's pretty bad. At least the spoiler looks halfway decent. The rest of it, eh, but the spoiler's halfway decent. I don't know. I don't know. Let's try another one. Let's try another one. As if the Aztec wasn't ugly enough. Here we go. Here we go. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, okay. I mean, I see what they were trying to go for here, but why on an Aztec? Why, of all cars, why this one? Like, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with taking pride in your vehicle. But it, like, they customized this. Like, all this underneath is painted, which I'd imagine is very expensive to do. All this striping. This is custom stuff here. And that's fine. But why on an Aztec? Like, that's literally one of the ugliest cars you could have customized. And you didn't even, like, as far as I can tell, it's all stock body. There's no body kit here. It's just painting. It's just everything's custom painted. But I don't know. Of all the cars, you do this to an Aztec. I mean, maybe it's the only car you have, in which case, if this was the only car I had and I wanted to customize a car, I would have just left it stock because I mean it's just such an ugly car that it's not worth customizing. Maybe this guy really likes Aztecs. Who knows? Who knows? But it's an ugly car, and you're not doing it any favors by doing this. Anyway, we're gonna end that rant, and we're just gonna look at the next one. Um, Anything is a pickup truck if you try hard enough. Oh god, I gotta see this. I gotta see this. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, this takes the cake. Ah, this is gold. We found we found the mother of all shitty car mods right here. Oh my god. Uh, they if you can't already tell, they took a van, like a white stereotypical van, and they cut the roof off of it, except for in the front here, and then they just put up what looks to be plywood against the back. There's even a hole right here. There's even a hole right here. Like, don't get me wrong. You could have actually done this right. Like, you could have actually done this and it looked pretty cool. But, I mean, you did it, but you didn't do it very well. First of all, if I was going to cut this, I would have cut it down at this line here. So you don't have the remainder of, like, the window frame. And so it comes nicely with the tail lamp there. I would have cut it along this line, and then all the way up to about here, and then just box this in with some nice sheet metal or maybe fiberglass, and then paint it. But I mean, you tried. It's definitely a pickup truck now. It's just you could have done that a lot better. You could have done that a lot better. Maybe it's a work in progress. Maybe I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt here and say that this picture was taken before they were done modifying it. 'Cause there's no way you're. Is that even legal? Is that even legal to have that plywood there? 'Cause with the plywood there, you can't turn around and see behind you. You can't look in your rear view mirror and see what's behind you. So I don't even think that would be legal to drive. I don't know. It's definitely a safety hazard, for sure. Um, Depending on how that wood is in place there, I don't actually see anything holding it, but maybe it's just because of the angle we're at. Maybe if we had like a looking down at it, we would see some brackets up in here holding it. I don't know, man. That could have been done a lot better than how it was done. There are ways to do that and make it look better than it does in this photo. Um, but you know what? You know what? They tried, and it's functional. At the very least, it's functional. And at least they didn't lower this thing to the fucking ground to where you can't fucking drive it. At least it's functional. You know, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it'll get the job done, and that's what matters. So you know what? Props to these guys. You just might want to do something about that plywood. At the very least, cut a hole in the plywood so you can see behind you. And just put some plexiglass in there to fill the hole. I don't know, man. I don't know. Props to those guys, though, because it is functional. It does the job. And that's all that really matters. Um, too spoiled as a child. We gotta see this. Is it just gonna be... Yep, it's just gonna be a spoiler. Okay. Well, it's two spoilers. It's got a spoiler here, which I think is actually stock. And then they just put... Is that carbon fiber? I think that's a carbon fiber spoiler. In which case, that's very expensive. Carbon fiber is very expensive. I do believe that is carbon fiber. I could be wrong. It does look like carbon fiber. I'm gonna go with the assumption that that's carbon fiber. In which case, that's very expensive. Carbon fiber is not cheap by any means. Alright, let's see. Let's find another one. There's one up here that kind of caught my eye. Asshole driver in Houston. Let's see. What's this all about? Wait, what is... Hold on. Just when it seemed impossible to be more of an asshole on the road, introducing the rear-facing high beam. Why? Oh my god, that really is... That really is one of the worst things. Like, there's no excuse for that. You literally are an asshole. Like, that's just something an asshole would do. What is the point? There's no... There's no reason for that other than to piss people off. For those of y'all who may be younger viewers and you don't understand why that's, like, a big deal. High beams, first of all, high beams are supposed to be in the front of your car. And, you know, they're very bright. And you're supposed to use them if it's, like, super dark and you can't see, which is acceptable. But it's common courtesy that when you have an oncoming car, that you turn your high beams off because they can sometimes temporarily blind oncoming cars because of how bright they are. Like, you won't actually go blind, but, like, if I shined a fucking flashlight in your face, you know, you're not going to be able to see very well. So it's the same thing. So it's common courtesy to turn them off when you have an oncoming car, as to not, like, distract that driver. This guy decided, you know what? Not only do I want to drive around with my high beams on, but I want to have an extra high beam in the back of my car, so not only am I pissing off the people in front of me that are oncoming, but I'm pissing off the people behind me as well. I mean, maybe, I can't think of any other reason you would do that other than just to piss people off. I can't think of a logical reason or application as to why you would need that. I mean, there's a reason they don't make cars with those on them. It's because it's not needed. And I don't know. You're just an asshole. You're literally an asshole. Whoever wrote this post here is accurate in describing them as an asshole. Because that's just... You just don't do that, man. It's common courtesy not to shine fucking high beams at people. Meanwhile, in Wisconsin. Jesus Christ. That's not even a car. It's not even a car. Is it even drivable? That can't be drivable. There's no way. That's like a roadside attraction to get people to show up to your pit stop tire, whatever that says. That's got to be a roadside attraction. There's no way you're driving that. Like, I don't see... Like, there's no way you have an engine under here. I don't see anywhere where you would put gas in it. I mean, you could fit an engine under there. The problem is, there's no way you're fitting an engine, cooling, and all the implementations for you to be able to turn those tires. There's just no way. This is not drivable. This has got to be like a roadside attraction that's parked outside your business to try to attract customers. That's got to be what this is. I don't see anybody driving this in the condition that it's in. Even on the off chance that it does have an engine and it is drivable, look how rusted this chassis is. Look how rusted the rims are. There are literally holes in the rims because of how rusted they are that they've rusted through. There's just no way you're driving that, man. I'm sorry, but if there's just no way. And even if you could drive it, you have no headlights, no taillights, no turn signals. That's got to be an attraction to that you just park outside your business to try to attract customers. That's got to be what this is. In which case, job well done, because I'm sure a lot of people stop to take pictures of this thing. Um, so if that's what this is and that was the intention, then yeah, you did a pretty damn well job. But if the intention was to drive this thing, then you kind of fucked up. But I'm gonna go with the assumption that they're using this to promote their business. Anyway, let's get another one. Let's get another one. Um, this steering wheel cover. Okay, let's see what's wrong with the steering wheel cover. Ooh. Oh, okay. I mean, hold on, can I mean, it doesn't look particularly terrible. I don't know. I mean, it's not. It's just rope, right? They just wrapped rope around it. I mean, it works. It doesn't look horrible. Personally, if I was going to do this, I would have used a darker color to try to match the interior a bit more. Like maybe a gray, like this color gray, or like a darker gray. But I mean, I don't think it's bad. It works, it does the job, and it doesn't look too horrible. And honestly, it's probably less expensive than a steering wheel cover that you would get from like Walmart or something, because those are like 20, 25 bucks. This, you just got a bunch of rope, which you either already had, in which case you didn't spend anything, or you bought from like a craft store, which I'm actually not sure how much it goes for, but it's got to be less than 20 bucks, right? Anyway, I don't think this is terribly bad. It does the job. It doesn't look too bad. You might get some head turns at first, but it doesn't look bad. It probably feels nice actually to hold. Um but I would have gone with a darker color to match the interior better. But otherwise, well done. Whoever did this, it's actually not that bad. I would not call it a shitty car mod. This would be making the best of what you have. In which case, it's well done. I think this is actually pretty cool. Um, but yeah, there you go. Carpet on the dashboard add a nice touch. I like how they bothered. It looks like an Ultima. I don't know the interior of an Ultima well enough to confirm that this is an Ultima. Um, but it is a Nissan, so it would be the right make. I don't like Ultimas, actually. I don't know why, I just don't like them. What's the retail on those? Let's see. It took me a second. It took me a second to figure out what they did there. Oh my god. This is about as bad as the guy in the last episode of this who painted on the fender flares. This guy just painted himself on some rims. Maybe it's the same guy. I don't know. I mean, again, same fucking thing as the last guy. If you're gonna do it, make sure you get straight lines. Like, look at this shit. Oh my god. And these don't even match up to where that is. And then what the fuck is this all over your car? This just looks like tape. It looks like you literally covered your car in tape. Um, and you can't say that you're getting ready to paint it. Um, or maybe you did that because you were painting this. But I mean, that's a lot of fucking tape just to do this. Personally, if that's what this is, which I don't think it is, because you have like a red line there, which makes no sense. I think they literally just covered their car in tape. I don't know. I'm not sure what all this is about. If this was just to prevent getting this paint sprayed onto the paint of the car, that's a lot of wasted tape. You could have just used a few strands of tape and then just some old newspaper. You put the newspaper down and then you tape it in place, and there you go. But I almost feel like the same person who would paint rims onto a tire would be the kind of person who would cover their car in paint, or in tape instead of painting it. So I'm gonna go with the assumption that they covered their entire car in tape for some reason. Let me see this. Let me see this. What is this shit? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me read that. Complete with green shocks, pink and green rear diff. I'm not sure what diff is supposed to stand for. I'm assuming it's an abbreviation of something. And a vanity plate that says Mr. Tint. Alright, let's see. Let's see here. Can we zoom in? Oh, we can zoom in a lot. Oh boy, you're gonna. Yeah. It looks like it says Dr. Tint, actually. It doesn't look like it says Mr., but that might just be because it's blurred. I mean, it's kind of tacky. It doesn't match the rest of the car. Also, you have an exhaust big enough to fit a fucking softball in. You could probably that exhaust is so big you could probably fit a small like baby in there. You could probably put a newborn baby in that exhaust pipe. I don't know why you would, but that's just to show you how big the exhaust pipe is. I hate people who do that. I don't know what the point is. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. All you're doing is making your truck louder, which is kind of stupid. I mean, it's not going to make you drive any faster. It's not going to make the car run any better. It literally just makes more noise. And it looks stupid. Not only does it make you louder and more obnoxious, but it also makes it look stupid. So, that's a note to all you people who are like, yeah, I'm going to put a huge fucking exhaust. No. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. It's just so stupid. And not only that, but I'm sure it's expensive as well. So not only is it expensive, but it's stupid. Um, but I have to assume because they have the breast cancer uh, tail hitch there that the pink tint here was intended for breast cancer, and that maybe this person is a breast cancer survivor, or maybe their wife is, or I don't know. I don't know. If they're going for the breast cancer theme here, then I don't think it's too terrible. I don't know. I have to assume that this was done in some sort of way to be a tribute to someone they knew who either died of breast cancer or I don't know, survived breast cancer or something like that. I have to assume that this was to be a tribute to someone. In which case, I mean, it's still kind of tacky, but it's acceptable if this was like a tribute to a friend that passed away or something. Then it's acceptable, but it's still kind of tacky. Um, but you know what? Not the worst thing in the world. Not the worst thing in the world. Those tires are a bit wide. But you know what? We've all seen a lot worse on this Reddit page than that. So, oh god, what's happening? Why can't I move? Why can I not scroll down? There we go. I don't know what happened. I also just got a text, I think. Hold on, let's see. Sorry, I had to let them know that I'm recording an episode right now, so not to bother me. I always check my phone if it goes off in an episode, because you never know, it could be an emergency. So you always check. Okay. Oh god. Oh god, why? To prevent sag. Ah, that's a good one. That's a good joke. For those of y'all who don't get why that's funny, these things that people put on their car, if you've ever seen a car riding around with one of these on it, usually they look better than this. I feel like this one was kind of rigged to fit this car, like it wasn't actually meant for this car. But when people put these on their car, these things are actually called bras. To my knowledge, they're called bras. Which, if you don't know what a bra is, it's it's something women wear to hold up their breasts. So so to prevent sag is like kind of a play on words because this is called a bra, and then the thing that women wear is called a bra. Anyway, the point is it was a funny, clever joke, and I can appreciate that. What I cannot appreciate is what they've done here. This looks terrible. I don't know why people put these on their car to begin with, but this is the icing on the cake right here. You bolted it to your fucking hood. Like, not only is that stupid, but you practically ruined your hood. I mean, if you intend to keep this car until you fucking die or until it dies, then that's not that big of a deal. But if you ever attempt to resell this car, they're gonna be like, oh, there's a bunch of holes in the hood. So we're gonna take, let's say, $600-700 off of the value of it, or however much they would take. It'd probably be more than that, to be honest. It'd probably be like 1,000, because they're ridiculous with that shit. But anyway, the point is, you just ruined the resaleability of this car. I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen as far as resale value, but still, you have a total of 8 holes drilled into the hood. Um, so yeah, I want to assume though, because the hood is a different color than the rest of the car, so maybe this isn't the original hood, and that they still have the original hood like in their garage or something. In which case, if you ever go to resell it, just take this hood off, put the original hood back on, and you're fine. In which case, good for you. But otherwise, you just tanked your resale ability there. Um, but yeah, and also this just looks horrible. It looks like, again, I don't think this bra was meant to fit this car. I think this was meant for a different car, and they just kind of slapped it on there. But it literally looks like you ran over someone's leather couch, and it just got stuck to the front of your car. That's what it looks like. Personally, I hate these things. Like, as far as I'm aware, the whole concept of putting this on is so that you don't get bugs splattered on the front of your car, which is fine because that's gross. But at the same time, then what happens is you get bugs splattered all over this thing, which defeats the purpose. And then you're also driving around with this thing on all the time, which doesn't look very aesthetically pleasing. So what's the point of putting these fucking things on your car? I'm going on a rant here, but I just fucking hate these things. I think it's stupid. I think there's no point for them to exist. But I see plenty of people driving around with those on your car, and it's just, why? It's just why. Burnt toast, here we go. Let's see, I don't know why they called it burnt toast. I mean, it's not horrible. It looks a little dirty. And the color coordination here is kind of, eh. But, I mean, it's not the worst thing ever. I don't know. It's not that bad. What did people say about this? Oh, well, never mind. Okay. Let's see. We'll do a few more. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm looking for something good here. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anything that catches my eye. Let's see. Oh, become a member of Team Skull. That's actually pretty cool. I might buy one of those, to be honest. That's pretty fucking cool. Let's see. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think we found a winner. Jesus fucking Christ. You did not. Please tell me that's a joke. Please tell me this is a joke. Please. Please, for the love... That is literally on there. Jesus Christ, why? Why would you do this? If you don't understand what they've done yet, they've replaced their shifter in their car, their gear shift, with a Nerf gun. So whenever they shift gears now, they have to grab this giant Nerf gun. Which actually, now that I think about it, it's got a nice handle. And it's kind of up there. It's in line with the steering wheel, so you wouldn't have to reach down. You would just reach over and go. I'm a little off frame, but you would reach over and just go like this. In which case, that actually would probably be pretty cool, but I mean, it's just so tacky. It's probably illegal, because that is obstructing your view. And I would be too afraid that I'd go to pull on it and the plastic would snap. And at the very least, this isn't even a real Nerf gun, it's just a knockoff. So, I mean, if you're gonna go for that, at least use a real Nerf gun. Like, come on. Go big or go home. Everybody knows Nerf is the best when it comes to that shit. Jesus Christ, why? I think I found the thumbnail for this episode. Jesus Christ. It's just so bad. It's just so bad. Okay, we're gonna go back. because we did skip a full page here. And let's see if we can find. Let's see, white walls. What's this all about? Is it gonna be painted on? Is it gonna be painted on? I can't zoom in enough to tell if that's painted on, but oh yeah, look, the lines aren't straight. They're painted on. They're painted on white walls, and they're not even done that well. And it's on a fucking avalanche. Why would you put white walls on on an avalanche? You put white walls on like a fucking 57 Bel Air or something like that. You don't put it on an avalanche. Okay, it's not that bad, but it's not that great either. Nice truck ruined. Let's see. Oh, it took me a minute. It took me a minute to see what they did. And that is a nice truck. I know it's a little beat up right here. But we owned a Toyota Tacoma for like 10 years. Never had a single problem with it other than obviously we had to change the tires after a while and the spark plugs, but that's to be expected on a 10-year-old vehicle. Um, but other than that, we never had a single problem with it. And the only reason we don't have it now is because it got flooded and in 2016, and the insurance company took it away because we had insurance on it. And we got really good money back for it too. Like it held its value. We literally, I'm not gonna say the exact amount of what we got because that's kind of personal, but we got about 85% of what we originally paid for it back from the insurance company. That's really good. Like, that's really good. Fuck that shit. Go away. I'm filming an episode. That's really good, like, and most cars, you could drive off the lot and immediately depreciate 50%. So the fact that we got 85% back of what we originally paid for it, 10 years later, I'm telling you, Toyota Tacomas, they hold their value until you do stupid shit like this to it. Then you've just ruined all hope. And what does that even... C230. C230 Mercedes. It's not even on straight. It's not even on straight. If you're gonna do it, put it on there straight. Come on. Oh my god. How hard would it have been to get a ruler and just put all this on straight? Like, if you're gonna do it right, man. Anyway, that rant done and over with. We'll do one more, or we'll do two more, cause I want to do both of these. We'll do this one first. No. 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 Okay, this has to be the thumbnail. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. Why? You would have been better off. You would have been better off. I can't tell what truck that is just based on what's there. But whatever truck it is, I'm sure you would have been better off selling the cab and the hood and all that on its own. You probably, if you would have just sold those parts on their own, I guarantee you would have made way more money than trying to sell this. I don't even think this is, like, that can't be safe. That can't be safe to drive. Even if this is all welded, which I don't think it is. I think that's all fiberglass. I think they literally fiberglassed this thing together. even if it is welded, like look at this shit. This is all crooked. And all this, the wheels are put out way further than what they would normally be, which unless you reinforce the shit out of the chassis, that's gonna cause some serious structural tension, which over time could result in a total chassis failure, which could potentially kill someone if that happens while they're driving it. So not only have you done the shittiest modification I've ever seen and ruin a classic truck in the process, but you've done it in such a way that you'd probably die if you drove this thing. And cuz that can't be anyone who's going to do this. This is my logic. Anyone who is going to do this is going to be someone who's not highly skilled in order to do something like this safely. Because anyone with that level of skill to be able to do something like this safely would not do this. They would be smart enough not to do this. So whoever did this, there's no way they did that safely. There's no way that thing is safe to drive. If anyone buys that, which I highly doubt anyone will ever buy that, if someone does, that person is gonna die driving this thing. Like, nah. Nah, man. Nah, you cannot top this. Oh my god. Oh my god. And they probably spent a lot of time doing that too, because that's not an easy thing to do, but oh my god. Just stop, please. Whoever it is that made this, never modify another car in your life ever. Because it's just something that you're not good at. You do not have good tastes. I'm sorry. I know taste is like an opinion, and everybody has their own. But let's be honest. There's no one is gonna look at that and say, yeah, I like that. I like the way it looks. I like the fact that most of it isn't even painted, that the paint on the cab doesn't even match the rest of the car. And you know what? I like it. No one is ever gonna say that. And they're asking 20,000 for this? Yeah, this has been running on Craigslist since 2005. Yeah, no one's gonna buy that, buddy, especially for 20K. Honestly, your only hope at getting money for this thing is just to take it apart and sell the parts as individual things. You're not gonna sell that to someone as is. They're just not gonna buy it, especially for 20K. You could take this thing apart and maybe if you're lucky, get 2 to 3,000 for like this chassis, or not the chassis, but the cab here, if you can take it apart and salvage it, and along with the tires and everything, you could maybe get 2,000 if you parted this out, took it all apart. But that's if you could salvage this, which I don't think you can. In which case, I would say take the headlights and the taillights off, take the wheels off, take the back bumper, and if the front bumper isn't cut, take that off as well. And maybe you could sell those and then scrap the rest of the car. I think that's your only way of making money on this thing, because no one's gonna buy that. No one in their right mind is gonna buy that. Oh my god. It just doesn't get any worse. I refuse to believe there's anything worse than that on here. Let's look at this one and then we'll be done. Um, why? Why? Look at these guys. Just why? Look, why? Why? What is the point? That's a $350,000 car. And, I mean, before I judge what they've done to it, let me just say the photography's on point. Whoever took these photos, like, the photography's on point. Great job for the photographer. Like, that's a really good photo. That's a really good photo with the tools. Like, yeah, we're about to tear the shit out of this car and make it worth, like, nothing. Um, but, well, I mean, I'm sure it's still worth something to someone, but not to me. Ah, okay, well, I mean, in all honesty, I see what they were trying to go for, and it's not horrible, but if I was gonna do that, first of all, hold on. They cut the hood. They cut the hood. Yeah, that's fucking stupid. Okay. This is stupid. Taking the doors off is stupid. Cutting the roof off is stupid. But I do like what they did with these metal, like, fender flares. I feel like they could have been done better. For sure, those could have been done better. But I see what they were trying to go for. And this could have been done well. This could have been done well. Personally, I think it looks horrible. I do like the fender flares, though. They could have been done better. They could have been painted. Honestly, I think they look better not painted. Um, just if you would have cleaned up those welds a bit. But all this shit with the hood is just why. This down here definitely could have been done better. This stuff in the back. Wait a second. That's the hood. They have the hood on the back. Did they move the engine to the back? No, because the engine cover is still here. So the engine's still in the front. They just have the... God, this is so stupid. It's so stupid. And are those the doors? Please tell me those aren't the doors. Oh my god. Okay, I take back everything I said about this. This is just plain stupid. This is just plain stupid. Nah. The photography's well done, though. Whoever took these photos, they went to photography school. Like, I refuse to believe that the person who took these photos is not some level of professional. But, the people who did these modifications to this car, I'd have to question their profession. I mean, the welds are done pretty well. They need to be cleaned up, but they're done pretty well. But just why? Why? You've literally ruined a car that's worth more than most people's houses. Oh my god. Whatever, man. Whatever. I still think the one before this is much worse. But anyway, we're gonna end things here. So yeah, that's shitty car mods part 2. And honestly, I think that one, actually, I want to go back to it one more time. We're actually going to let's see, was it this one I was using? No, that's not the one. Which one was I using? Was it this? No. God damn it, which one was I using? Oh well, that'll work. That'll work. There we go. There we go. Just why? That's just so bad. It's just so bad. It should not exist. Anyway, enough ranting. We're gonna end things here. Thank all you guys for watching. I'm really enjoying this series. Maybe we'll check out some other Reddit pages. But I honestly don't think we're gonna top that. That is the worst car modification I've ever seen. It's just so bad. But anyway, thank all you guys for watching, and I'll see all you guys next time.